Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about issue number 4 of Bishop War College, written by J. Haltham. But before we dive into the story, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment to help the channel grow. So with that said, this issue picks up on Krakoa, with Magic walking around Krakoa looking for Bishop and his missing team. So with him and his squad being nowhere to be found, she then travels to the Blue Lagoon to talk and gather additional information. So as Magic grows suspicious, we skip over to Earth 63, right where the previous one left off, with Bishop fighting back against the Human Liberation Front. And among their ranks were FEILONG, Simon Trask, MOIRA MacTAGGERT, and finally Tony Stark, all of whom had the sole goal of eliminating all mutants. So as the fight intensifies, we see on the very next page that Tempo's father is still alive in this timeline, whereas in our main timeline, he had unfortunately already passed away. So with that established, he calls out to his daughter in desperation, and coincidentally, Tempo has just so happened to be doing the exact same thing and called out for her father to take cover and get out of harm's way. So as the people scramble to safety, Bishop orders this universe version of himself to help fight back, but to his dismay, Lucas was more complacent in hiding than actually standing up for himself. So with Lucas scared out of his mind, he tells our Bishop that he is not him, and on top of that, he doesn't understand how to even go about doing what he does, to which our Bishop replies by saying he does it because he has to. So with that said, as Tony Stark comes flying down for an attack, a kinetic blast just so happened to hit him center mass and sent him flying back, and on the next page we discover that said attack came from not our Bishop but this universe's version of Lucas. So as the energy flows through his arm, we see the X-Men team arriving on the scene. And without no hesitation, they dived right into pushing back the assault, up to the point where the battle seemed all but won. So as Cyclops orders Moira to surrender, she pulls out her trump card and detonates a massive explosion. So as the scene fades to white, we transfer over to the caves under Krakoa, where we see Aura, Armor, Surge, and Wrongslide watching the twins from the shadows. And as you can see, they manage to get their drill back up and running. And unfortunately for both Amass and Cam Long, they were left tied up and under the supervision of armed guards after their run-in with the twins. So with everyone in place, the rest of the team quickly formulate a plan of action centered around taking the bracelets from the twins in order to regain their mutant abilities. So while that was happening, we see on the next page how Andrea wanted nothing more than to get rid of both young mutants. But due to the nature of Orchis's plan, that was not on the agenda, because after entering the pit, they were instructed to toss in several of Bishop's lackeys to frame them for unleashing hell on Krakoa. So with anticipation building, the team continues to dig until they are struck by a cave-in. A cave-in that was caused by Wrongslide. So with the path blocked before them, the Orchis team opened fire on Wrongslide, laying down a hail of bullets. So with their attention trained on him, the rest of Bishop's team was able to flank the twins, catching them off guard. So with the upper hand given to the young mutants, Surge was able to steal the bracelets right off of Andrea's wrist. And upon putting it on, the effects of the blight washed away instantly, giving her back her power over electrical absorption, which she quickly put to good use, as she blasted Andres in the stomach, sending him flying in the distance. So with the tides turning in the mutants' favor, Armor and Aura were able to free their captive friends and further press their enemies from all sides. And with that advantage, they were able to not just take one bracelet but also get their hands on the other bracelet as well, restoring Armor's abilities, which was the last thing needed to win the battle. So with the fight over, the young mutants stood victorious over the twins. But just because they won the fight didn't mean they stopped their plans, because while they were fighting, the drill was still digging. So once the battle was over, the drill managed to break through. So with the pit now open, we jump back over to the other universe where we see Bishop standing in the middle of the explosion, but to his surprise, he wasn't dead, due to someone freezing time, someone like Tempo. Because deep down, Bishop knew Heather, better known as Tempo, would reveal who she really was eventually. Because she couldn't help herself, for she wouldn't let her father die again. But unfortunately, some things can't be helped no matter how hard one tries. So with that said, Bishop tells his old friend, our universe Tempo, that it was time to go, but in a twist, she refused and stated that she needed more time, and in her grief let out yet another massive time manipulation burst of energy. So as a blinding burst of energy consumes them, Bishop could only say not again, as issue number 4 of Bishop's War College comes to an end. So down in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts about this issue and what predictions you could have moving forward. So with that established, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.